The other day somebody asked me, they said, oh, how do you feel about where you are right now at this point, this far out from the Olympia, compared to, maybe where you were this far out from your last show, the Arnold? And I kind of laughed to myself and I said, I don't know. I mean, I've kind of got a bad habit of glorifying the past. Like if you ask me, how do you look right now at 5 weeks out from the Olympia compared to how you looked at 5 weeks out from the Arnold, I would think to myself, like, I was better before I was getting ready for the Arnold. And when I was getting ready for the Arnold, if I look back at the Arnold before that, I was better at 5 weeks out from that Arnold. It was always that way.
Quarter. And quarter. Front double bicep.
You know how it is. I mean, think back to times when you broke up with a girl and you were away from her for a couple months and you say to yourself, like, oh, geez, it wasn't that bad. Or, you kind of start to, you almost think about it. You forget about all the bad shit and you think about what was good. It wasn't nearly as good as you remember it being. But I think, maybe to some extent we all have a tendency to glorify the past. That's one of my, in a way it's a bad thing, in a way it's a good thing. It's bad because it could push me, like say for example right now, 5 weeks from the Olympia, if I look back and I think to myself like, oh, I was in a lot better shape 5 weeks before the Arnold. Then I'm just gonna keep pushing myself harder and harder. And if I know I already have a problem with over dieting, that's gonna be a factor for me.
Rear double bicep. Last rib. Side tricep. Abdominals and thighs.
I don't know, glorifying the past. In a way it's good because it definitely pushes you on, because you're like, well, fuck, if I was doing that when I was 21 years old, I better be a lot further ahead right now. So it definitely motivates you to be better than you are. Just have to watch that in some instances it doesn't, cause you to do something that you shouldn't because your memory was that, was unrealistic.
Strong. Okay, nail it. Nice and strong.
Same. I mean, shit, I look back to when I was 21 or 22, what I, remember of it, and I'm like, man, I would have kicked my ass in the gym, my current self. Like, I would have out-trained me right now when I was 21. Even though, like, when I try to look back, like, it probably wouldn't be the case, but like I look back and I'm like, man, I was, I trained hard when I was 21 years old, or I was strong when I was 21. I did this, I did that. But I don't think it was really as good as I remember it.